Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Burntchurch. I hope everybody's having a real good day. Y'all can probably see that sunshine shining in the window back here. It's a beautiful day here. Well, if all y'all went out and bought those high-priced eggs, I put a picture of them on our community board. I think it was 18 jumbo eggs. Was $8 and some odd cents. I don't remember what the other price was. I think it was 12 jumbo eggs, but I don't remember what the price was. Seemed like $6.50 or $7, but don't hold me to that. You can look on the community board and the picture should be there. We was talking about butter, maybe a shortage of butter this coming up spring and summer. There was other foods too. I think beef was going to be a shortage. A lot of the dairy products I saw that was going to be short. What I've done here today is I had to go to town this morning to meet my wife. She was getting her oil changed at the dealership, and I had to pick her up and take her back to work. And they don't let me go to town very often around here, especially on Fridays. If I get a little bit of pay on Friday, they don't like me to go to town. Because I've got that yellow sticker fever. Before I took my wife back to work, we went and ate at Sonic. Went and ate at Sonic. Then I carried her back to work. I still had a little time to waste before I come back home. So I stopped at Lowe's. And went in there. And of course it was Friday. I had just a little bit of money in my pocket. And when I go there and got a little money in my pocket and see those yellow stickers, I look like one of them cartoons with those big bugged out eyes and foaming at the mouth and grabbing things. So I didn't do too bad this time though. I didn't spend much. It was, I think, under $10. So I thought I'd share it with you and show you what I did get. These here was the first things that I walked by and saw was these master locks. And it's always good to have some of these around. If we're ever in any kind of grid down situation or where society has just gone wild, you're going to need some locks to lock things up. You need them now anyway, the way things has got. If you leave something outside, it pretty much needs to be locked up or it'll grow legs and walk off. I've seen chainsaws grow legs and walk off. And that's been several years ago. Brand new chainsaw sitting on the carport. It just growed legs and left. Never did see it again. But these can help a lot. These are Master Lock brand. Look like a pretty good lock. It says it's a Magnum. I don't know what that means. Lifetime guarantee. So if they cut this lock and steal your stuff, you can go back and get your money back for this lock, I'm sure. So I don't know what the lifetime guarantee is. They're not going to replace what got stolen whenever they break this off. I know that much. But it says it's the best cut resistant lock, better weather resistance, and it's stainless steel rust protection. It ranks number 7. I guess 7 out of 10 is what it looks like. So it's a pretty good lock. I think they was regular $12 or $14, and they had them down to $2.90-something a piece. So I picked up 2 of them. So that would have been over $6 for those 2. And then I walked on around through there, and I saw these gloves here. This is a Professional Series 400 GRX. They're a real thin glove. I had some similar to these that I really like. It had a Velcro strap on it right here. These don't have the strap. We'll open them up here and see what they look like. They had some of these just like this, thin, that said they were cut resistant. But they was like $6 a pair, and I wasn't going to pay that for them. These here were $1.90. I think these here was like $1.99 or $2. They was regular, I don't know, I think close to $10 regularly. but my other ones that I've got is wore out. And I have to have an extra large glove, and a lot of gloves you can't get an extra large. They'll have a large, it'll say large, extra large, but it usually won't be big enough. This one here is an extra large, and they fit pretty good. What I liked about those others is they're real thin and you can feel. I don't wear gloves a whole lot. I used to never wear them, and I've kind of got in the habit of putting them on now the last year or so. But these are thin enough that you can kind of feel, if you're doing mechanic work or something, you can feel the nuts and bolts. Or if you're reaching into a nail apron, you can kind of feel the nails to pull out. Now, I don't know if I like these as well as I did the others. The others had the Velcro and they was a lot easier to get on and off. These may be a little hard getting on and off. So these are the three things that I picked up at Lowe's. I did get one more thing at Lowe's, but it wasn't on clearance. I got this lettuce at Lowe's too, but now it wasn't on clearance. It was $1.99 for 1 gram of seeds. But I was wanting to try them. It's a mixed variety. It's a gourmet blend. It's supposed to have 2 or 3 different varieties of lettuce in it. So I picked that up. That's what I bought at Lowe's. That was around $10, I think is what it was. So I spent $10.82 on these items here. And I thought I'd done pretty good, especially with these locks. I've got a lot of uses for these locks right now that I need to be locking things up. About 2 days ago, I was at Walmart. I have to go there to upload these videos onto YouTube. And while I was there, I went in. I usually just sit in the parking lot and do it in the vehicle. But it was taking longer that day. So I went in the store and walked around. Of course, when I go in Walmart, I do the same thing. I go and look for the clearance. I was happy that I went into Walmart that day. I come across a real good deal, and I'm real happy with it. Now I've done took it out of the package, but this is a LED light. It's made to go on a boat, which I've got a boat, but I'm not going to use it on it. I'm going to put a pigtail on here and just use it to hook to a battery for light. Well, this light, it will pivot. It comes with the hardwire to where you can mount it. You take these ends off, and it's got screws that you can put through here to mount it onto something, and it'll twist up and down. And it seemed to be pretty bright. I'm fixing to put a pigtail on here, probably about 2 foot long or so. That's just if the power's out or something. I always have batteries around here from the sawmill. I bring them up here to the house and I charge them up. So I always have a battery, so the next time the power's off, I can just clip this to it and I'll have some light. I'm going to make a video of putting the pigtail on and see how bright the light is. So if you want to, you can keep an eye out for that video. It should be coming up here pretty soon. But this is just a little, I guess you could call this a prepper haul. I call it yeller sticker fever. I just thought I'd share these with you that I picked up. Y'all might check y'all's Lowe's out. They may have the same things on clearance. I just don't know. But these little old gloves, they're real handy to have. I don't like a big thick glove, and these right here serves the purpose. So talking about shortages and inflation, things going high, and egg prices, I just watched a video on here. It was on Doug and Stacy's channel. I think's the name of it. But he's got an Amish friend that's into chickens. He sells them and buys them, I reckon, and sells. I think he raises them and sells to commercial. He's speculating that chickens is going to be as high as $25 a piece this summer. So I've got an incubator, I'm thinking about hatching some more chickens. I've got several, but they're getting real old and they're starting to get to where they don't lay very well. So if you're interested in chickens, right now might be the time to go and get them before that price increase goes into effect. He didn't give any certain date when he thought they would be $25, but he did say he thought they would be sometime this year. No, eggs is outrageous, I've seen that. And I've had other people leave comments talking about eggs being $10 a dozen. I think it's 83 cents an egg if they're $10 a dozen. My math may be off, but that's just what I'm going around in my head here. So anything we can do to get ahead of all this inflation and shortages, in my opinion, we need to be doing it. We're going to up the production of garden things and probably chickens and livestock here at Burntchurch this year. I'm thinking about maybe getting a goat or a cow. I'll probably go this next week to Sale Barn and start looking and see about what the price is going to be. I'm kind of leaning more towards a goat just because they'll be easier to handle than a cow. And if I'm going to get milk from them, they're not going to give near as much milk as a cow. A cow's going to give way too much milk for us. And if I'm not mistaken, goat milk is supposed to be better on your stomach than cow's milk. I may be wrong about that, but I think that's what I've heard. But anyway, I've kept y'all long enough. I thank y'all for watching. I pray God blesses you, and I'll see you in the next one.